Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I've been a collector all my life. When it comes to collecting, I live my life by the 3 C's. Is it cool? Is it collectible? And is it cheap? So come join me as I look to add more to my collection. Welcome to the hunt.
Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome back to The Hunt. On today's episode, we're going to be checking out a place I've been wanting to check out for a while now, never been. We're going to go to a place called Mancave Comics here in Shelbyville, Indiana. Now, I've always ran into these guys as they always have a booth at the Skyline Drive-In when they do the horror movie festival I go to every year. So I've always been meaning to check out their shop. I just never gotten around to it. So today we're going to check it out. Trying to kind of like get back into some current comics. I follow Image Comics on TikTok, which if you're not doing, you should totally do that. And recently they released some cool comics I want to check out. One of them's in the Invincible universe. So I think it was like, what was it? No, I want to say Altered Beast. It's not Altered Beast, but it's Battle Beast. Yeah, it's a new series they've got going. So I want to check that out, see if they got some of that, and just see what all they have in general. And I gotta tell you, looking at the place, it's definitely not what I expected. So let's head on in and check out Mancave Comics. All right, let's head on into Mancave Comics. And oh, check out that big Iron Man. But it's not what you think it is. Check this out. It's a wood-carved Iron Man. I thought it was like a legit like statue. Freaking even cooler, man. But as you can see here at Mancave Comics, they got a little bit of everything. Of course, we got some pro wrestling goodies. Look at these. Look at that old Warrior Jack Specific. Some other old action figures as well. Got some Super Nintendo, some NES, some Lucy's. A lot of loose figures. I love that Mario rug. But of course, they're going to have quite a bit of horror movie themed items. And they have plenty here at Mancave Comics. No wonder they're always at the Skyline during all the horror movie festivals I go to. Check this out. This is an issue of Thunderbolts where Shelbyville, Indiana was actually featured in the most recent comic. How cool is that? And speaking of cool, look at this large selection of original Mego figures in box. This collection is sick. And of course, this is what it's all about, what we came for. Let's check out some of the comics they have here at Mancave Comics. Of course, you saw they got plenty of back issues in those boxes, but this section is where the new releases are, along with some other cool, awesome collectibles and whatnot. One thing
I've noticed is a lot of re-releases of key and important issues from way in the past. Like, for example, this is Omega Man, but this is the first appearance of Lobo, who is a really popular character in the 90s. He's starting to pick up some steam, which I love. But they got a mix of everything from DC and Marvel to some independent comics. Like here, check this out. Look at that tinfoil Secret Wars cover. Pretty cool. I love the Mad Magazine stuff here too. And, an autographed picture of Joey Lauren Adams. Okay. And of course, they're also going to have trade paperbacks, which is my favorite. I love me some trade paperbacks. Most bang for your buck, baby. And no comic shop would be complete without a spindle of comics. But they also have some cool magazines on here as well, some retro stuff. And once again, kind of some reissued stuff of the big, like, old comic book magazines they used to put out. Just a mix of everything here. A little bit of something for everybody here at Mancave Comics. But it's come that time. Ooh, hello, Vampirella. But let's see what I got here at Mancave Comics. Oh, so many goodies. Ooh.
Alright, well that was Mancave Comics. It wasn't what I was expecting, like I say, man. When I first walked in, I felt like, oh my gosh, I've walked in like two guys just hanging out. Like, but no, they were really cool. It was a pretty awesome shop. They had a lot of cool stuff in there. Like, they had newer comics, but I talked to the owner, and actually they didn't have anything of the Invincible Battle Beast stuff. Matter of fact, like, he said he'd had people called and didn't quite know what it was, so, but he's like, oh, okay, now that makes sense, so he's going to order some in, so. But, yeah, man, it was a really cool shop. Decent prices, too. It was a mix of newer stuff with older stuff. And I just like that they pretty much, more or less, turned, like, a garage or barn building, whatever you want to call it, into, like, their kind of own shop here, so. But of course, we always support local businesses. We always have a rule here on The Hunt. We always try to walk out not empty-handed. And we did get some goodies. So check this out. So I've heard, you know, I'm a big Godzilla guy. So I've heard that they were doing a Godzilla series pretty much against Marvel. And that's what we loaded up with. We got Godzilla versus Spider-Man. We got Godzilla versus the Hulk. And Godzilla versus X-Men. Which I'm excited to read this series. I'm excited to see. I think this is like Marvel teaming up with IDW, because IDW typically has the rights for Godzilla that publishes all the Godzilla books out there. Like, I think there's Godzilla. We've even talked about it on the channel here. I think there's Godzilla against the Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, Godzilla against everybody. But this is really cool too. Got an exclusive IDW produced #1 Godzilla. It's got an exclusive tinfoil cover. Because that's the thing with comics, folks. They put out all sorts of variants and stuff and whatnot. Uno momento. Variant covers have always existed in the comic book world. It's always been super popular. This one's nice because it has a nice little slip sleeve over it. But check this out. Look at the beauty. Oh, if only I could do this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Shit. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's sexy. That is sexy. Of course, this is to celebrate Godzilla's 75th anniversary, which happened, I believe that was earlier this year, I want to say. So, or maybe last year, but still, nonetheless, look at that, man. That thing's beautiful. You know me, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. So that's what we picked up here at Mancave Comics. And like we say, always go out there, support your local businesses. They got the coolest stuff anyway, and the best prices. Well, my friends, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of The Hunt. And as always, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, if you're in the Shelbyville area, check out Mancave Comics. Till next time, we'll see you on another episode.